Yeah, it was always baseball. I think I was born to play golf. I lived on a golf course for my entire life, and my dad tried to put golf clubs in my hands for the entire time, and it never really stuck until I was about 16. So it was baseball or nothing when I was growing up. Fall of 2019 was going into my junior year of high school. I topped 76. And I told my dad that I was ready to hang up the cleats. And I played primarily second base at the time. And I was like, I think I'm done playing baseball. And my dad was like, let's try pitching. So I got on a drive line program. It was just chucking plyos into a wall for, I guess, the duration of the winter. Then we got to the spring season, and I was throwing like 83, 84, which was good. And then COVID hit, so we lost that whole season. So I just hung out in my garage throwing plyos and doing at-home lifts. So without COVID, I definitely wouldn't be here. So I went from 83 to 88 in that time too. So over the course of 9 months, it went from being able to, being comfortable quitting baseball just because it wasn't fun anymore. I didn't have that joy, to actually have an opportunity to play college baseball. I used to be a really long warm-up guy. Like high school, I was like the drive line, hour-and-a-half warm-up. Just I need my shoulder tube, I need my plyos, I need everything. And then welcome to college baseball, freshman year, you're introduced to the fire drill. Once you're introduced to the fire drill, it's hard to go back. So I started owning that in the bullpen, and that was a big adaptation for me, was actually slowing the game down before the game even started.
He doesn't get sped up. You look for a Friday night guy who you can look at it and say it one of two ways. He either starves for the lights or the lights don't bother him at all. So I think Brian more likes the lights and they don't bother him. He just takes it and looks at it and says, yeah, this is just me.
So one thing that I think is important to be able to embrace that role is being extremely competitive, and two, having a really short memory. That's something that I really pride myself on, especially playing baseball. Baseball is such a mental game, and for me, I care so much about how I pitch, but I also have to remind myself that that's not the biggest thing.
I think just one word is confidence, and he's got ultra confidence in himself. He's up there dancing on the mound, and it's not because he's a bad person, it's because he's having fun and he's playing the game that he loves. And he goes out there and he's super confident in himself. He's secure in himself, and if he gives up a hit, he flushes it within the second. Tell him anything at short, or the catcher never has to tell him anything. He just kind of handles business.
I would say Curley's one of my good friends, and he welcomed me in as soon as I walked in, and I would just say he's whimsical, honestly. As you see, every time he throws, he's sticking his tongue out, or that's just who he is. That's what I appreciate about him, is he's the same guy on the field and off the field. He's a guy that you can go to, just talk to, and just play around with, joke around with. And he doesn't take anything too seriously, but when it comes to his business, he has a really great process. As I said before, that's the biggest thing, is he has a focused fun, where he's messing around, making jokes, but he's locked in at all times.
The biggest thing for owning the Friday role, or owning any sort of performance in baseball, is knowing that my identity's outside of baseball. It's in my relationship with Jesus. That's been a huge part of what's helped me stay centered and what's helped me be competitive in those moments. I can have this, I know my identity lies outside of baseball, so the result doesn't impact me in the moment.
Absolutely. I think that's just a credit to who he is as a person, and just being an unselfish guy, just being a guy that's willing to do whatever it takes to help us be the best team possible, and that's exactly what he's been for us. He's just been our rock, and I couldn't think of a better guy to go out there on each and every Friday night and give us 7 strong innings, because he's earned that, and he's done such a great job of just doing whatever they've asked him to do and doing the best of his ability.
No, it means a lot. The G means a lot to people around here, people in Athens. And I can see it a lot, especially in the guys that are from Georgia. And that's given me a much greater appreciation for the G and for the school that I'm going to and representing, just by seeing that passion in them. And at the end of the day, we're playing this game for the fans. So we're trying to give them a show. And it's really cool to have people that support us like Georgia fans.